on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more.
Thank you, baby.
Cause let's start over now.
Thank you, Ollie.
Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Let's get to 1,000 thumbs up. How you doing, man? Thank you, Shaq Lake.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's float for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you.
Here we go.
Come along.
forget the iPhone. 1 second.
The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong.
Oh my god, I just found something.
And share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh, we lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side.
Oh my
We're
god,
a
thank
family,
you,
we hold
Gaga.
strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch
Yes,
them
baby. I found something, y'all. Oh my god.
Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Oh my god, yay! Thank you, Cindy. Welcome, my dear. Holly, thank you, baby. I'm just fixing something right now. Just give me 1 second.
Big plane, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Touch the pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
One second, y'all. I'm not done. I'm not done. Almost done, promise. Just a couple more seconds. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 27th, 2025. It is currently 9:54 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. We have a lot to talk about in this live, and we're going to get to it in just a few moments. I want to take a second to tell you guys, please hit that thumbs up. It is a way that we get it out into the world. Girl mom, I just text you if you got that. Um, that's very interesting. I'm going to show that in just a moment if that's a confirm. Uh, so yeah, please hit that thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate it. Consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. That's what keeps us here. I want to thank you, Holly. Thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for being you. And thank you, Maud, and all in chat for being so loving and precious, as are you, Miss Holly. I want to thank you for being a mod here, a big supporter. I really do appreciate you, Miss Holly. I can't do it without you, and I really do appreciate that, hun. It's me, Jen. Yes, thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up. We can get to 1,000. We have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. I'm just saying. It's a load of fun. We have a good time. Thank you so much. It's me, Jen, and thank you for being a mod as well, my dear Miss Carla. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Love to Sebastian Rogers and lifting him up in prayer. Absolutely. Please continue to lift middle E up in your prayers and the E's as well. Thank you so much for your support, Miss Carla. And Yaya, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Hey, Justin Chat has missed you all very much. We've missed you, Yaya. Hope you're doing well, my dear. Maybe we can talk later if you get a little bit of time. Wanted to talk to you and see if you've on Michael Vaughn and stuff like that. So thank you so much, Miss Yaya, for hitting for your support there. Really do appreciate you, my friend. And Cindy, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome back to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Y'all welcome Miss Cindy back. And Holly, thank you so very much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much. So, Miss Carla, I didn't get to watch the whole shebang or anything. I just got sent a clip, and um, she had went on another channel, and and she asked a valid question, and the question is, why do we know where Seth was, where KK was, and where Sebastian was the day Miss Carla, she's in here right now, right here, Miss Carla. Why do we know where all of these people were, but we seem to not know where Edgar is? the entire time. And the clip that I got, Carla didn't know exactly where Seth was that weekend. And so I thought this would be a good time to spell it all out. So if you don't know exactly where Seth was during the weekend and what he did, well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And also, bear with me, a very interesting date we're going to talk about that, in my opinion, would have significant potential on someone being home at a certain time, in my opinion, at least. Mm-mm-mm. So we're going to get to that. He never confirmed where he was with receipts. Hello, missing puzzle pieces. So we're going to get to all of that. So please hit that thumbs up. Would really, really appreciate that. And been working hard here the last little bit. Sorry, I was a little late on this live and had to. I'm typing 90 miles an hour. Exactly, Justin. That it is very important to know where Edgar was. Yes. Thank you, girl mom. Thank you so much. Um, it is important, right? Because this is someone who claims he has nothing to hide. And we want to believe that, right? The last thing anyone wants to think about is someone knowing, you know, someone, yeah, that knowing Sebastian did something with him, right? And of course, law enforcement knows exactly where all of the parents was. We are not a judge or jury. Let me do a little disclaimer here. Everything I say today is my opinion and my opinion alone. Opinions are not facts. So it is just my opinion. Everything that you say individually in chat is your opinion and your opinion alone. My opinion does not reflect on you, and your opinion does not reflect on me. Now, Sebastian Rogers went missing February 25th, 2024. He was last at his home. And his mom said she doesn't know why he walked out the door. Now, law enforcement has never named anyone a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are not here to say anybody is guilty of anything, but we are not a judge or a jury either. We are the court of public opinion. And that being said, the public has questions, right? And you just wonder why someone who says they were 3.5 hours away won't talk about the day that they had Sunday and the evening time. And we're going to talk about some of that. Thank you so much, Jen. Really do appreciate you. Love you too, Jen in Georgia. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Yes, I got my pearls back. Woohoo! Stella's got a groove back. How you doing? Yes. So this is what we're going to do. First, a lot of people, don't know the, they know Seth was at work and all that, but I'm going to give you a play by play of what was going on specifically Sunday, because that's where it really matters. But even Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday for Seth. And of course, KK has, and I'm going to take up for KK on this. KK has told everything about, publicly about what her and Sebastian did that weekend. We have it backed up on camera. It's not really an issue about that. We know where KK and Sebastian was. We know where Seth was. And I'm going to tell you all of that as well, so you will know. Thank you so much, Yaya, for gifting a pearl necklace. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you as well, my dear. If you received that, make sure you give our Yaya a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. All right. So CP said he upgraded his security system. Very interesting that he told us, allegedly. Wow. That's good. That's good. Now that, not a child at home, right, with autism or anything else. So, but yeah, you should always have a good security system. Absolutely. All right. So without further ado, let's just get it started. How about that? I was typing this 90 miles an hour. Trying to get it done here. 1 second. All right. Here we go. Oops. All right. So, Friday, September 23rd, 2024, Seth worked. He worked. Saturday, September 24th, 2024, Seth worked. Now, his schedule is pretty much the same time. This is he kind of, we all do kind of the same routine things generally every day, unless something in that routine breaks it, which, obviously can happen from time to time. But Sunday, which is the day that really matters, Sunday, February 25th, 2024, Sunday morning, Seth gets off work, which is, remember, 7:20 on Monday morning is when he gets off work and discovers his son is missing. So Sunday morning, before Sebastian is missing or anything like that, about 7:20 in the morning, he goes home from work. And he is home by about 8:30 that morning. 8:30 that morning. He lives a ways away from his work. He took a shower and he went to bed. At about 10 o'clock, he is in bed. And then he sleeps till about 4 p.m. He leaves the house at around 5 p.m. Sunday late afternoon. Would that be late afternoon or evening? 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is whenever he leaves the house. He gets to work about 6:15 or so. Now remember, at 6:15, KK and Sebastian, where are they at this time? They are at Texas Steakhouse, right? They're at Texas Steakhouse at this time when he is seen in the garage. You got to put your key holder on or whatever the thing is so you can get in the garage. There's a billion cameras the moment you enter the parking lot of the jail. Obviously, it's a jail. It's got to be very secure. Lots and lots of cameras downtown. Yes. Thank you so much, me and you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. You're such an amazing, kind person, Justin. Love you and Remy and Pearls. Thank you so much, me and you. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for those kind words, my love. With another million cameras. Yes, exactly. So while Seth is, he's at the jail, he's getting ready for his shift, KK and Sebastian, we have on camera that they are eating. They are eating, right? So at 6:15, he pulls in the garage with his key pass, right? And when that happens, he is waiting to get his equipment changed from the current shift. That person from the previous shift gives that equipment to Seth. And he gets that at around anywhere from 7 to 7:15. All right. So that is when he technically starts his shift, is when he enters that pod, which is about 7:15 that evening, Sunday, February 25th, 2024. Again, KK and Sebastian are at Texas. They are winding up their dinner. They are about ready to leave, and then they will head home. So at about 7:15, Seth goes into his pod. Mind you, a billion cameras everywhere. And he works until 7 a.m. that morning. So KK, I'm trying to show you what KK is doing at this time, and Sebastian and Seth, even though they're in two different places. But Seth works from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. while he is, starting a shift. They're winding down their dinner. Then they go home. And that entire night, Seth is at work. Not a 99%, not even 100%, 100,000%. He was at work that night, fully 100%. Not missing for 2 hours, at all. So let's talk about that. So again, the entire night while KK and them wind up and leave to go from the Texas Steakhouse, they go home while Sebastian's taking out the trash. He goes back in and he supposedly gets ready for bed and all that. Seth is at work, which this is something EDGAR has stated many, 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 many times as well. This is just the truth. Now, recently, EDGAR has stated that, he wasn't seen on camera for 2 hours. I wouldn't dare, if I didn't know this 100%, I would not dare stick up for Seth Rogers. I'm going to tell you that right now. If I had a 1% chance that this man was not working that entire shift, You would not see me taking up for Steph Rogers on this. Period. But this is the truth. All right. So let's see here. So at 7 a.m. the next morning, he exchanges his equipment when his shift is winding down. Now, at 7 a.m. is when the first police officers, is getting there that morning, right? Remember, KK says she goes in Sebastian's bedroom at 6 a.m. and by 6:03, she has already looked at the entire house and started to call EDGAR, right? So after she calls EDGAR from 7:03 to 7:33, we have no idea what they did, and except for one thing, and that one thing is EDGAR tried to get in touch with Seth on his cell phone, and at 7 7 a.m. Monday morning, Seth is exchanging his equipment with the person to take over his shift at 7 a.m. And by 7:15, everything is done with his shift, right? So at 7:15, he is leaving the pod, exiting the jail, and going out into the garage. Again, you cannot access that garage unless you are some sort of employee there at the jail. You can't just go in it. So at 7:15, he is out in the garage, right? And at 7:20, he is discovered by a text message from the stepfather saying his son, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, is missing. And I can't imagine how that felt. So that's where we are on that part, right? Seth is on camera the entire time during his shift. The only time during his 12-hour shift that he is not on camera is when he goes to the bathroom a couple times during his shift, in which the bathrooms are in the same pod that he is working. He doesn't leave the pod the entire 12 hours at all. Obviously, if you're working literally half of a whole day, a 12-hour shift, that's a long ass shift. You are going to use the bathroom a few times. That combined during the whole 12 hours is about 20 minutes that he is physically not seen on a camera. That is combined during that 12 hours. Combined. Now, EDGAR has stated that Seth was at work the entire time, up until recently when he threw his last fit that he was not seen on camera for 2 hours. Edgar knows better. Edgar knows better. There is no smoke breaks. There is none of that. You can't take your phone in the jail. There is no smoke breaks or any of that. You are not allowed. You are there in that pod. You are essentially in jail yourself, but getting paid and watching the crazy, the people in jail for the 12 hours. There is no smoke breaks like that. CP said that Seth was at work. He said that from the very beginning. He sure did. He sure did. What's tomorrow, Cinderella? In which he knows better. Yes, my husband used to preach in jails and prisons and couldn't leave it all. No, you can't. You can't. Nope, not at all. Guys, hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Now, KK tells us exactly where. Hold on one second. She was, right? The entire time. 1 second, y'all. I thought I had it pulled up, but I didn't. Maybe it's under a doc. 1 second. Just bear with me. Shoot. All right. Here we go. Now, I got it now. So KK has told us exactly where her and Sebastian was Saturday and Sunday, right? Nothing out of the ordinary that we know of, except in my opinion, the most recent call whenever she states that, we didn't get much groceries. In the other interview, she said they went to return groceries to their house. In the recording, she says they didn't get much groceries, and they were home for a while. And the thing with the nephew. But other than that, we know for the majority of what and where KK KK and Sebastian were Saturday and Sunday, right? There's no need for anyone to hide something like this if you didn't do anything. There's no need. And people will say, they don't owe you anything. You're right. You're right. But also, if you don't tell the people, then don't expect them to believe you either. Right? Because to me, it seems real strange that we know where the biological father was the whole weekend. We know where KK and Sebastian was the entire weekend. But the man with the temper who claims he had nothing to do with it says he was 3.5 hours away, but that's all he says. That's all he says. I was 3.5 hours away. Okay. What'd you do? I just told you everything Seth did, from, taking a shower to the time he slept every day to the time he clocked in, the time he got all of his equipment, the time he dropped off his equipment to the next person. Why can't Edgar say that? And why has has the police rather wanted to know about Sunday afternoon. What did Lisa Irwin say? Why can't CP be confirmed to be at work? I mean, I mean, I believe, in my opinion, that Edgar was at work Sunday, or not Sunday, sorry, Monday morning at some point. I do believe that. In my opinion, I don't believe he was there at 5:15. But that's just me. That's my opinion. In my opinion, he believably stopped the moment she got into the car leaving Texas Roadhouse. In my opinion, oh, gotcha. Meaning you stopped believing her the moment. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I think she's telling us, some of the things that may have happened that evening. I personally think he did take out the trash, emailed you. Thank you so much, me and you. Appreciate you, my dear. What is this? Okay. Let me look at this 1 second. It's not. 1 second. That link isn't working. It's not working. I don't know why, but it's not working. You gave me. But is Michelle Scott are you 1 second. I just emailed you back. Okay. 2 more seconds. Okay, gotcha. All right, guys. So why can't he tell us? I want to show you something, and then we're going to get on to a very important date, in my opinion, that just discovered this. Girl mom, God bless you for that. So bear with me 1 second as I pull this up, because this is very important. And we're going to get to it. Guys, hit that thumbs up. If we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party. And we'll party like rock stars. It's Sunday, y'all. Back to work tomorrow.
Just both your first and last names and spelling.
Katie Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
Y'all are going to be like, oh my God, when I tell y'all this.
Chris, last name's Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
Listen to the days.
As parents, tell me what the last now over a week has been like for you two.
Horrible beyond words. This was an experience that I would have never dreamed would come. Honestly, I can't put words to how hard this has been and how much it hurts not knowing where my son is.
It is.
Where he's at, if he's okay. Just horrible is the best thing I can say.
What about for you?
It's rough. I mean, we are on day 11.
Now listen to this. Now, guys, this was the second interview other than the one she did on YouTube with Duchess, but this is the second interview that they ever did with a news. And remember, she just asked Edgar how he was doing. And listen to what he says. It's rough, but then he's going to go not to Sebastian. Not to Sebastian. He's going to go to himself about woe is me.
No answers.
Where he's at, if he's okay. Just horrible is the best thing I can say.
Sister Krista, come on down. You're the next contestant. Thank you so much, Sister Krista, for gifting a pearl necklace. We really do appreciate you, my dear. You received that. Give our Sister Krista a big thank you because you've been promoted. You are an elite pearl now. How you doing? Listen to this.
What about for you?
It's rough. I mean, we are on day 11, no answers. And the horrible things that people say just keep rolling in, regardless of taking time to consider the facts. And
There you go. It's rough. It's rough. And people say horrible things. People say horrible things. How about say Sebastian's name? Like that would be the last thing you would be worried about at day 8 or 9. He sounds like Letitia Stout. Sure does. Yes, he does, Lil Red. Sure does. Who's it rough for? Maybe it's rough for Sebastian. They're looking in a landfill for Sebastian at this point. Looking for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers in a landfill at this point. It's rough, and people just say things. I would say it's rough for Sebastian, who is out there. That's who I would say it's rough for. A 15-year-old autistic child with a chromosome deletion that doesn't like the outdoors. That would be rough.
assumptions is what they're going off of. But for us, it's we sit here and we wait. We wait and we wait, and hopefully we'll get an answer, or hopefully he walks through our door, which would be amazing.
I was going to say, how badly do you both want Sebastian to just walk through that front door to get that call?
I'd give anything. In a heartbeat, I would give anything.
It's not measurable. Let's put it that way. There's no measurable. Anybody says all it is. You've never sat in these shoes. You've never been in this situation. And I don't ever wish for people to be in this situation.
And what's Sebastian like? What's his personality like? What does he love to do?
He, for the most part, is happy. He likes to laugh and joke and tell you all about everything and then some. He loves games. He loves video games. He loves to play with his Legos. Even building things with me. We build little projects here and there, but he's always a character.
He's always a character. He's always a character. It doesn't sound anguish, that's for sure.
Are there any like weird tendencies that he has that might be able to help people find him in this search?
I don't know how helpful to finding him, but he fidgets constantly. He loves shiny pennies, paper clips. He's always like, whenever we go to the grocery store, he always looks on the ground and looks under the register counter, and he's always looking for shiny pennies everywhere. Paper clips. He loves to bend them out of shape and play with them, fidget with them.
I need to ask Seth if he was always looking for pennies. Yeah, heard the cough.
He loves playgrounds. I mean, we've said it before, he likes fishing and things like that, but
Cats. Boy loves cats.
he does. He loves cats. It's his favorite animal. I don't know. He's a good kid.
There are no leads.
You're right. You're right, hindsight. They have never once personally said we have done nothing and could never, yet they can easily say that they have been cleared of any foul play. Very strange, in my opinion. Yeah, they have never just said, we didn't do, I didn't do anything to my son, or I didn't do anything to my stepson. Exactly, Rocco. Exactly. There is an urgency. There is an urgency to find your loved one. Time is of the essence. This does not have urgency in it whatsoever, in my opinion. He likes paper clips and shiny things. I don't know if it'll help find him, but you know,
It's nothing caught on video. Your son has been missing for 11 days now. How does that make you feel as parents?
I mean, I don't have words to describe how I'm feeling right now. I mean, every day is
yes, SL.
harder than the last. I mean, we're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let.
No. Authorities and strangers and neighbors were out looking. That's who was out looking. Noe, thank you so much, my love. Coming in clutch. Oh, God, darling. Thank you, Noe, for your support. I appreciate you. Very, very kind of you. Edgar is yelling at everyone looking, in my opinion. Well, I know they were at content creators there when they were there.
His face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. I mean, we just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning
Listen,
and didn't
listen.
see Sebastian in his room, what was your gut reaction?
My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic
Hold on a second. One
in
second.
the way that
One
I
second.
did. He got up and got breakfast.
In his room,
Wait a
what
second.
was your gut reaction?
My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never.
Hold on.
He got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've
Okay.
never experienced.
When I realized he wasn't in the house. Okay. So most I would say most parents, whenever they are speaking about that morning or that time when they were discovering their child, their loved one missing or something happened to them, they're usually not laughing in with their voice. I thought he got up and got breakfast. They're not laughing at something like that because they feel that sense of dread, that sense of anxiety. So they're not usually, and you hear KK doing this a lot in many of her interviews, and or she'll look at they'll smile, she'll smile, and she'll immediately go like this, right back down.
Experienced sheer panic in the way that I did. And basically for every minute since that, not knowing where your child is a pain.
Now,
But,
also another thing that generally innocent people do, they will say, I, as a sense of ownership, I don't know where my child is. And if I don't know, I'm going to be panicked. She says, not knowing. I know that's a little thing, but it really does make a huge difference. You can ask Deception Detective that or whoever. Them not stating, I haven't known where he is ever since. Putting ownership to that is a very, very big thing. And you don't see the ownership of her son, right? Pronouns matter, yes.
I've never known pain like this before.
And walk me through the events that
Listen.
happen, from Sunday.
Okay, this is what I want you guys to hear because she tells us what they did that weekend, right? Or that day. And again, we know what Seth did. We're going to know what KK, and we're going to know what Sebastian did that weekend. Now, if you look at the Chronicles of Olivia interview, it's probably better, but we've watched that one so many times. Edgar, she looks over and kind of touches him. Is like, I picked up my niece, and he's like, oh yeah, and he's not even supposed to be there.
Leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening. And when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime and then some. I let him stay up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed.
How she says that in a singy voice, I don't believe it. I don't believe that for one single second. The singy song voice of her talking about her son going to bed. He went to bed. Nope. Listen to that again. With the times that we know, Edgar says, I called her at 9:43 or 9:46. We know that they are home by what time is it? 7:45? I think it's 7:45. So between 7:45 and, in my opinion, 9:45, something happened. 7:45 and 9:45, in my opinion, something took place. Just my opinion.
late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's
Listen.
like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed. And
Notice how and you never see, I mean, just the whole setup of this is strange to begin with. You have a mom and a stepdad who say, their child and stepchild walked out the door, and they're showing their hands, and we're seeing the reporter's face. It's bizarre. It's very bizarre. And when she says that, I mean, in my opinion, you can see this reporter, what she believes. She looks down and she looks up like she's you can read her too, but
I went to bed around, go
listen,
to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom.
watch
I love
your
you,
eyes.
puppies. And he went to bed. And I went to bed around midnight. Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school, that's when I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room, and he wasn't in the house. And that's when I panicked.
I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room and he wasn't in the house. Most people would say, I went to wake him up and he just wasn't here. I don't know where he was. Like, what happened to him? But she says, I don't know why he walked out the door. But you wouldn't, I mean, try to put yourself in that position, and you wake up and God forbid your child is missing. You're not going to assume that they walked out of the door. You're not going to assume that. You're going to be so confused. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Did someone take my child? Did they leave? How do you know he walked out the door? You're going to be so confused and just very off because you don't know what happened. You have no idea.
And when you panicked, what'd you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's not here? I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house. And at that point, I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police. And I'm within minutes they were here. I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast.
And again, that is something we could never understand because they, in the beginning, they said they know it was fast that they were there within 10 minutes, and nobody could understand because at 6:03 is whenever we thought, she called Edgar, and Edgar immediately called the Sumner County police. And we were like, but the police didn't show up till right about 7 o'clock, 7 in the morning. And we thought, well, that's, from 7:03 or 7:05 or so. That's not 10 minutes. That's, 55 minutes or so. And, we later now know that at 7:03 is when she called Edgar. And at 7:33 is whenever dispatch is on, they call Sumner County. And at 7:37 is whenever they call the dispatch, the non-emergency line. And at 7:42 the is whenever the dispatch says mom is outside of the home right now, riding around in the neighborhood looking for her son, and she's driving a baby blue Infinity. And that was at 6:42. And by about 6:55, 7 o'clock, there are police presence. I might have said 7, 6. Yeah, sorry, I apologize if I said that wrong. And the only thing we know within that whole 30 minutes of KK calling Edgar to the time they called Sumner County is that Edgar texts Seth and said, Sebastian's missing, 911. But Edgar says in his interviews that they called police first. And then after calling police, he said, let me hang up with you. I need to call Seth. But that's not how the timeline goes. So that's another question for Edgar, in my opinion. So there's that, you know what I mean?
And we haven't found him.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
Okay. How can you stay on the phone pretty much the entire time whenever she calls you and then you say you call 9 or the Sumner County because she's too frantic to talk, and yet you stay on the phone pretty much the whole time? Pretty much the whole time? Wouldn't you have to stay on the phone the entire time if you're the one who called 911? Because if you hang up, Edgar, it's going to disconnect her. It's going to disconnect her. So that's a question as well. Pretty much the whole time. If she was so frantic she couldn't speak, but yet she's also able to speak to you, and she's also able to speak to the non-emergency number, and she's able to drive a vehicle through a neighborhood into the school. Sounds like something's not working there. I mean, think of all of these red flags. There is none of this with Seth. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. Zip. Nothing. Who's Yappy Dogs? That would be KK and Edgar's.
And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday.
You asked for a relief. Did you ask for a relief, or was you kicked off the job site? Because if you ask for a relief, I don't think they're going to wait 4.5 hours. Perhaps. I don't think they're going to wait till 10:30. You're going to wait till 10:30 whenever your wife can't even allegedly speak on a 911 call, and you know she's there alone, and your stepson is missing.
Okay.
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call
Listen to
from your
that
wife?
again.
Made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday.
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Now, Duchess says something very interesting in her, I think it's her first interview about this. I need to pull that up sometimes.
And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, "Oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding." And then when we talked about places to check and he's not there, I was like, "Okay, stop instantly. Call the police instantly."
Called the police instantly. Oh, he's goofing around. He's hiding. He's like hiding, is what he said. And said, "Did you check here? Did you check here?" And then stop instantly. Instantly called. But you didn't call till 6:33. That's 30 minutes later. 30 minutes. I mean, KK, her words, y'all, her words says she went through the entire house a minute flat. Now, 1, 2, 3 minutes. Now, if she was able to notice that her son was missing that quick, search his bedroom, search the house, and be in such a panic state to call Edgar and not be able to call 911, then why did it take 30 minutes for all of this, for there to call anyone? Here we go. Here we go. That's right, Teresa. Yeah. Well, and then she laughed about it, a giggle.
I'm a black and white kind of guy.
And to your knowledge, he didn't
Now,
take shoes with
Edgar is saying here he wants you to know. He's trying to sell this to you. He is a black or white kind of guy. No pussyfooting around, if you will, pun intended. No nonsense, no BS. Stop instantly. Instantly, we called Sumner County. I'm a black or white kind of guy. I want you to know that at home. No messing around here, even though from 6:03 to 6:33, you text Seth. That's all we know you did. That's it. That's it. And didn't call 911. Correct, Eileen. Correct.
him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing.
And that is, you didn't check for his shoes. Seth, walking in the doorway, he sees his son's shoes. And as he sees his son's shoes, he immediately said, well, his shoes are here. And that's when one of the police officers go up there, and then KK's right behind him. And then that's when she starts the, oh my God, we had a great day Saturday and all of this.
The door was locked.
And what was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side. And he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main things.
That's the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
Boy, he has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that made it for you two to go through something like this?
Honestly, we stopped looking at it. There's a lot of terrible people in this world.
Good to see you, babe.
I
Hey,
don't
Robin,
want to
Tina.
waste energy on any of that. I want the focus on finding our son. The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all I ask of anyone is
good
if
to
they're
see
able
ya.
and willing is to help find him, help spread his flyer, help look for him, call in if you know anything or see anything. But we just ask that people focus on finding Sebastian.
And he's never done anything like that before, right? Just kind of walked out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home?
I'm going to. All I need is
We
Jesus.
we are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved.
We're getting ready to go to a date here. Let me tell you.
I'm not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But if you, what I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to ask, like,
We're doing what we
Not a runner.
and any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
we are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I am not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But if you, what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he can maybe be at?
We're going to talk about that, Robin.
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point, there's
It's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
yeah. They've searched the woods. They've searched parks. They've searched creeks. They've searched. At this point, it anything and everything.
Anywhere that he
please
could
search.
be staying out of the weather or getting food or, I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest,
Our-
regardless.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
Yep, going to find him.
And now just, I mean, publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those.
You know what? In my opinion, what an innocent person would say, yeah, we found it so bizarre that they were looking in a landfill. You know, my heart fell in my stomach when they said they were looking in a landfill to find answers for my missing son, Sebastian Rogers. Not immediate defensive. Not immediate defensive.
And now just, I mean, publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's put.
The facts are Sebastian would not do this. That is what you say. The facts are there is nothing to suggest that he walked out the door. The facts are there is a 3 a.m. car that goes up Kellen, comes back down, goes on Stafford, gets out, goes toward the house. Two people come back in with these flashlight devices. They do something around the car. The car backs up, peels out of there, and the other person goes back. The facts are that y'all left shortly after Sebastian went missing. The facts are you went to go get your motorhome that you say pay months in advance for. And go get it? The facts are y'all were down there sitting in a fifth wheel whenever you didn't go back to work. KK is down there, the mother of Sebastian Rogers. The facts are you guys have changed your story 1,000 times, in my opinion. What is he talking about? And the facts are that there is nothing pointing to Sebastian leaving anywhere. And that fact alone says something is wrong. When someone leaves somewhere, there is a scent, or they are on camera, or there is a sighting, or they drop an article of clothing, or they have a shoe print, or they have a footprint. And yet, y'all are not even concerned that someone was in your backyard at 3 a.m., but are concerned that a YouTuber put a flyer up of your missing stepson on a telephone pole in your neighborhood. What?
Putting out there. If they have questions, call the law enforcement agencies and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody, for hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can
What did she say there?
But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home.
Doesn't use his name.
And just know that.
Not here. Pull that camera up so they can see mom's face. Sebastian, we're going to find you. Mom loves you. We are doing everything in our power to find you, son. Love you too, Sped. We're just going to put mine and Mr. Chris' hand right here. And you can look at this stranger reporter's face if you see this. Come on.
That we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home.
Not
Your
in
puppies
trouble.
Miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you.
See how he separates himself? You hear that?
For you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you.
Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you. Separates.
Just come home.
Anything else that you two?
Remember, he says there is no step parent. He's loves him, like his own.
Want to add or clear up or anything like that? Okay.
Just help us find our son.
Hey, Ray.
Just to start.
All right, y'all. You ready for this? How many thumbs up do we got, mods? How many thumbs up do we got? They had 8 days to come up with their story. Yeah. Why is tapping? It's nervousness is what it is. $723. Come on, guys. Let's get it. Get it up. 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 Okay. Let's go. Shall we? Why is it not working? Hold on one second. Here we go. So again, we know I just told you where Seth was all weekend, what he did all weekend. And KK told you what she did all weekend, right? All of that. We don't know where Edgar is at all. Edgar says, I was at work. That's it. But has yet to date shown the public of anything what he did Sunday afternoon or Sunday night, other than speaking to KK for 2 hours. What did he do Sunday afternoon? Why won't he say what and where he did Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening and night? Remember, the man who says 3.5 hours away wasn't there. And listen, Seth wasn't there either. Just told you exactly everything he did, from what time he slept, what time he got off, what time he left work, what time he arrived home, all of that. I just told you it all. Right? Now, one thing I want to show you before we get to the date. This is a photo of Sebastian the night he vanished at the restaurant. This was the photo that he used on his Amber Alert, the one with the dogs. Clearly, he's older with the one at the restaurant, right? Hair length is different. Maybe even the glasses are different. His size is definitely different. Now, a lot of people say this is the thing that I have heard, people saying, well, TBI chooses the photo. Yes, they choose the photos that you present to them, the best ones, the ones you present to them. That is true. But why wouldn't you present to them photos of him looking more older, in my opinion? Hair color, Adams, at 1 second. All right, guys, sorry about that. They want to show happier times, probably. Yeah. All right. Now, this is the thing that I want to show you guys this evening. Now, remember, I'm the one who found that I bet dollars that Costco pick is an older pick too. Thank you, Holly. Really do appreciate it. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair on that, Holly. There was a receipt there. There was a receipt there that said it was when it was. So I just want to point that out too. I don't want to seem like I'm not telling it all. So, but a lot of people says that photo looks, he looks younger there. I don't know. I do know that they did lighten the photo significantly. than the other photo, the original, because I've seen the original. This could have made all the difference, in my opinion. All right. So going over the dates, I was the one who found out that the day Sebastian went missing is the day that um, Seth and KK's divorced was. I can't remember if it was finalized or they filed that day. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was finalized, if I recall correctly. It's been so long. But thanks to Girl Mom, she just sent me this right before my live. We always wondered why wouldn't Edgar and KK be together on Valentine's Day? Don't you think that's strange? I find it strange. I do. But that's just me. That's just me. But now I find it incredibly strange. Incredibly strange. And you want to know why? Ask me why. Mm-hmm. Yes, Val. Yep. Why? Why? I thought you would never ask. Okay. Well, because Tennessee County Clerk, I took out some of their middle names and stuff like that. But applicant 1, KK, and applicant 2, Edgar, marriage date February 14th, 2021. February 14th, 2021. They were married on Valentine's Day. They were married on Valentine's Day. Supposedly that's their anniversary. You got it. You got it. Can I make it bigger? There you go. There you go. There you go. They were married on Valentine's Day 2021. Why wouldn't you be together on the day of love? She was a dead giveaway. Mm-hmm. And all the photos that they gave, other than the birthday, one of the game is most recent. They should have been together. No excuses, in my opinion. Three years married when the time Sebastian went missing. What day of the week was February 14th? Let me find it. Hold on. February 14th. That was on a Wednesday. That was on a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I agree, Brandy. I agree. Everything started when they moved in that house. Yes. This is the longest marriage or relationship that I'm aware of, at least. Sebastian was 7'8". That's when they first allegedly got together. And your anniversary weird. My fiance would clobber me if I wasn't with her on Valentine's Day. Well, you would think. You would think. Justin, they couldn't because of CPS, right? I don't know. I don't know. Edgar has said that he could be in the house, but he hasn't answered if he was allowed to be around Sebastian. It says marriage date 2/14/21. Look at it. Four years is still the honeymoon phase. Wasn't there an at night Texas Roadhouse earlier in February with all three of them? Edgar showed the ass about how the steak was cooked. I've heard that, Kim. I've heard that. He went to his dad's first weekend of February. He would have been second week of February. Hold on 1 second. Let me text someone. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. 1 second. Were married in 2021. I find that interesting. Instead of I was saying September instead of February earlier, someone said. That's weird. I have no idea why. CP set up his parenting plan. When would that have been exactly? Fed Up Buttercup. I took their middle names out there. You can look it up yourself. You're welcome to. Just go to the Tennessee County Clerk. This is public information. You can look it up on sumnercounty.gov. Yes, girl mom sent it to me. I'm trying to find something out. Let me see here. Yep, go look at it yourself. Actually, hold on. Let me find. I can do it live. Actually, let's do it live. Tennessee.gov. Is it Tennessee.gov, girl mom? Hey, girl mom, can you call in for a second? The day she filed for divorce from Seth was February 26th. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was. Having Valentine's Day as an anniversary is mad corny. I think so too, to be honest with you. It's Sumner.gov. Okay. Sumner. Sumner County, Tennessee.gov. Okay, here we go. Eagle tags to vote for business, public notices, crime, find. Bear with me here. To complete your family online. Give me 1 second, guys. Grandmom's gonna call me in just 1 second. She'll show me how to, which one to do it here under. I'll tell you what. Hold on 1 second. Sumner County, Tennessee. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm looking up something here. Lynn Payne, February 14th, 2021. Oh, look at this. Maybe that's it. 1 second. Now would Kate have obtained a criminal lawyer? Just 1 second. I'm just waiting for. Oh shit! I've got it on Do Not Disturb. Hold on, girl mom. 1 second. I just realized that. All right, you can call back again if you want. I had it on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, I'm going to do the deception detective right after this. We're going to do it. Call again if you don't mind, girl mom. Who noticed the shows first? Wasn't. What do you mean, Pippi? Shows. What shows? Oh crap.
Call from Girl Mom to accept.
Hey, darling.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So did you find it?
No. How do I look it up? What do I go under?
So go to sumnercounty.gov.
Okay, sumnercounty.gov. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, and then do you see the little 3 bars at the top?
1 second. Let me do a slide. 1 second. 3 bars at the top.
There's like at the right hand side.
I see an
At the top
hourglass. Can you see my screen?
No, well, I have you on my phone.
Okay. It's
So
got
you see like
on the top, it's got how do I, departments, information, government, home.
correct. Yep. Go to information
Okay.
and then go to licenses and tags.
Okay.
And then you're going to look for marriage lookup and certified copy
Marriage look.
under online services.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then last name. Okay.
The way that I did it was I just did his, and I did his first name, and I didn't even put her in there.
Okay, and it's going to be last name Proudfoot. Okay, and Christopher. Oh crap! It doesn't got you on that screen. 1 second. Under Chupacabra services, it sent me to a new one. Okay. Search both applicants. Here we go.
There you go.
Right there. KK Payne, 22114.
Mm-hmm.
Make it bigger for you.
That's it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So I hope that helps. Also, did you get my other text about the waste meeting from Sumner County?
Yes. What is
Okay,
that
I thought
about?
that was
You didn't say anything.
so. Basically,
Uh-huh.
they talk about the difference of where different trash in the county goes to. So, like,
Oh, okay.
they were talking about neighborhood trashes go to a local landfill, and construction trash is separated out and goes out of state.
Okay, and that you gave me the timestamp, right?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So that kind of just helped, tell maybe why they were searching out of state at the out of state landfill.
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting.
Where does the trash go? Okay. This is Sumner County meeting, right?
Yeah, it was their county commission meeting, and that was recent too.
Yeah, I saw
I don't
that.
know the date, but okay.
Here you go.
Well, I hope that helps.
All right. Thank you, my dear.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. 11:20. Give it up for girl mom. All right. This is going to tell us where the trash is taken to 14/20/21. Not 2/21/14, 2/14/21. All right. This is a local meeting, and this was done 3 days ago. 3 days ago, and it talks about where their trash goes.
By county is Stewart and Montgomery County.
We're not going to listen to much of it.
In
Just listen to
Stewart County,
this.
Montgomery has most of the oversight for the landfill. They too have, I should back up, this county has a landfill for your household waste, MSW, and then they also have a separate landfill for construction and demolition materials, as does by county. So one of the key things for RACCO moving forward will be to make sure that we can get construction demolition separated from municipal solid waste, so that you can save the capacity. When you start to compact construction demolition and you're thinking about
Listen.
boards and concrete and brick and all, it doesn't compact well when you've got household waste that's wet that can compact. So you're really taking up a lot more space.
So they're talking about regular trash versus construction trash. It takes up a lot more space and it doesn't compact well
You have to when you mix them together.
when you mix them together.
This year you have got a copy of both your load and transport services agreement and the disposal agreement. So those are the agreements that RASCO is under as far as the disposal agreement is just with the county to the landfill.
That's an interesting blue rose. You're right, Holly.
The county is your disposal choice or your partner. And then MBI, which is Mr. Wolf out of Chicago, is your hauler. Other than that, do y'all have any questions?
You talked to him a little bit about the future.
Okay.
And I came
So I mentioned that one of the key things to maintaining and continuing to be able to use the county landfill options, which are good partners, is to separate construction demolition material from.
You're going to watch Deception Detective.
So there is a company that is coming to the Gallatin area that is working to be here sooner than later. And essentially they are looking to haul just construction and demolition material out of the steam plant area, steam plant road.
So it just talks about exactly where the trash went. And Mob is right. He is right that they could have been looking for electronics. They could have been electronic sniffing dogs. here we go. Deception Detective, credit goes to our friend and yours. Make sure you go over there and watch Deception Detective's videos. Become a member if you can. He would greatly appreciate it, I'm sure. We love Deception Detective here. Deception Detective. I'm a member of his channel. I'm actually a member twice on both my channels. I have 2 memberships for him. So she slipped up, he says. And here we go. Link is provided in the description for Deception Detective.
His jokes, the way he laughs when he tells a funny. He had this like half gallon of green tea that he had gotten from the grocery store, and he thought of this joke, and he ran in the kitchen and he grabbed a green cup and he was like, "Mom, green tea."
That's Katie Proudfoot telling a journalist about her missing son, Sebastian Rogers, but you'd be forgiven for not knowing that based on how much fun she seems to be having. After all, even the journalist said that she could sense joy. So,
Thank you so much. Wink at me. Good to see you, love. Thank you so very much. 14 months, baby. How you doing? Justin, construction workers do not work on weekends. I've worked on 2 different construction sites as a secretary. I think CP was there that night. I agree. I agree. I think his hours varied. I don't think he ever worked weekends. In fact, I have him saying, "We work Monday through Friday, and we're like any ordinary family, American family. On the weekends, we try to get stuff done." You're right, exactly. I agree with you, and I believe, in my opinion, that's why law enforcement wanted to know about Sunday evening. And don't forget about the story that the neighbor told me. Whenever Sebastian went missing, whenever they were looking for Sebastian at that point, they came to their house, they looked at their camera, they left. A day or 2 later, they came back, 2 TBI officers. They said, "Can we take a look at your camera again?" They wanted to look at Saturday, but specifically Sunday evening. They were looking. The 2 TBI officers looked at each other, and they took the video of Saturday and Sunday. Now, remember, it has been asked to Edgar about Sunday, and he says that's another thing that law enforcement says we can't talk about. Why? Well, first of all, we know, and we've heard directly from the investigator on Sebastian's case, that he told us specifically we cannot tell anybody what to say or not to say. And we don't, so we don't do that. They don't advise anyone. And why does he say that? Why would Edgar say that? And second of all, why can't you talk about Sunday afternoon when you say you were 3.5 hours away? Why?
in today's video, let's continue watching the rest
Thank
of
you so
this
much for your
interview
support.
and spotting all the red flags. If you're not aware, this is my 4th video analyzing this interview. If you haven't seen parts 1 through 3, don't worry, I'll link my playlist
over
at the
there.
end. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit like and subscribe. For early access to new videos, exclusive videos, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. As I said, we're going to be wrapping up the interview and then looking back at their most bizarre statements from earlier parts of the interview. So before we grab our deception decks and start analyzing, here's a quick recap of what I mean by that. On your screen now is the leakage card from my deception deck, if you want the entire breakdown. But the gist is that liars can unintentionally reveal the truth through their choice of words. If someone repeatedly uses a bizarre phrase or word, it might be worth looking into.
I mean, they call him Proudfoot because every time he lies, he puts his foot deeper into his mouth, in my opinion.
Like all the cards in the deception deck, I've included a real world example. But if you've been here for a while, you'll know that we've used leakage in multiple true crime cases now. And even when we look back with 2020 hindsight, the leakage is apparent. All right, without further ado, let's pick up where we left off.
Oh. I sense lots of joy that's being missed right now.
Green tea.
His jokes, the way he laughs when he tells a funny. He had there's a video that I put out that he was being goofy.
I have an echo?
And he
Do I still have an echo? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? No echo? Oh, God, I almost exited. No echo? Okay. 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 Here we go. Remy.
had this like half gallon of green tea that he had gotten from the grocery store, and he thought of this joke, and he ran in the kitchen and he grabbed a green cup and he was like, "Mom, green tea." And it was just so funny, and I was just like, "Dude, hold on, you got to do that again." And I grabbed my phone and I was like, "You got to do it again." And he was like, "Green tea." And he was just like, it's not in the video, but he was just rolling because he just thought it was the funniest thing ever. And
He's got some quirky one-liners.
oh God, he was getting he was getting to where he had some good ones.
Sounds like a great sense of humor.
It was definitely developing. He was coming into his sarcasm. You know, like one of the other videos I released, when it's hard to hear, but we were bowling, and because he has a lot of fun with it. He actually was getting a lot better.
No, I don't believe, in my opinion, that Edgar has taken a polygraph at all. I mean, at this point, Edgar could pass a polygraph just by answering the question, "I don't recall." It's basically his second language at this point.
Better without bumpers, but he like rolled a good roll, and he turns around and he's like, "You got wrecked, Mom." And I was just like, what is happening right now? But I mean, I miss that, you know.
No leakage yet, at least none that I caught, but don't
Yeah,
worry,
I
it's
don't believe
coming.
so either.
I just wanted to pause here to remark on all this laughing and giggling and the actual stories that Katie's telling. Everybody grieves differently, at least that's what I've been told. But there's typically parameters, and when it's the mother of a missing child on TV, typically when she's wistfully reminiscing about her kid, she's telling stories that are endearing, not just anecdotes for the sake.
I mean, probably. Sorry, Remy's here.
Of being funny, and especially not anecdotes that put the kid in a bad light, like "You got wrecked, Mom." And that's because these wistful reminiscences are done for a purpose, typically, like we saw with Desiree Young, the mother of Kyron Hormone, who I think sincerely had nothing to do with her son's disappearance. When she talked about him in the past, it was to make the audience feel like they needed to help him, to have a bond with him, that he was a sweet little boy, that he had a great relationship with his brother, that he was someone who was loved and worth saving. The stories that Katie's telling just don't seem to have that purpose, which makes me wonder why she's telling them. What actually endeared him to me were the stories his biological father, Seth Rogers, told. Those were stories designed to make me feel like I needed to urgently help him, that he was loved, and that he needed to be found right away.
Your ex-wife allowed Sebastian to be in a situation where he was molested and raped?
In California. And Chris in her apartment. They let a child who was 5 years older than my son play with my son and didn't bother to check on him there either. And he lost his innocence because of it.
Seth, I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry to hear this. No child should be subjected to any kind of abuse whatsoever. Sexual abuse can be especially traumatic for a young child. Is this something that Sebastian has struggled with since then?
Yeah, finally was able to actually start getting him therapy for it last year. The fact is that they weren't doing the correct thing, clearing California. And it's just last year finally getting him help because he's a victim. And now I'm finding out not only was, he was a victim of that, he's a victim of not getting the help he needs. And, I've listened to some of their podcasts where they make fun of him, make fun of his dancing. Chris obviously has this thing about corporal discipline with him. And it's just...
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, his jokes, the way
dancing. Chris obviously has this thing about corporal discipline with him. And it's just...
Oh. Sorry, I was muted, guys. Remy's here. She's kicking my ass. Lisa, thank you so much, my dear, for gifting a pearl necklace. Oh, thank you for gifting two, baby. Thank you so much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our Lisa a big, big thank you. Very sweet of you, my dear. Very, very kind of you, love.
It's not good.
Seth, I'm so sorry.
I need to find my son.
Right.
And he's going to need extensive therapy now to put him back on the right track.
The contrast is unmistakable. One paints him as a boy who can take.
I bet if Edgar took a lie detector test, he would set off the fire alarm. I guarantee it.
Care of himself and is brash. The other as a victim who needs help. Our help. All right, let's keep listening.
His route, and he's like, "You got wrecked, Mom." And I was just
Thank you, Lisa.
what is happening right now? But I mean, I miss that. I miss being able to hang out with him. Because he's not little anymore, which we had a lot of fun when he was little, but when they get older, you start being able to do different things with them. And game nights are, God, they're a blast sometimes.
We didn't have pool days this year.
Pool days. It's big in the summer. He loves to go to the pool as much as possible. Swims. To swim. He's I don't know if I put that picture out or not, but there's one that I took of him. He has on this like giant, I think it was a flamingo, and he was just like,
You just don't feel genuine when you see this. It feels very, there you go, performative. Rocco, yep, Rocco, right there. Yes, you get it. You get it. Yes. He swims like a fish. He swims like a fish.
just being a cool guy.
Being a fun kid. For our viewers, before we end this, I guess your message for them is just keep hope alive.
Yes. Remember him.
Keep looking.
Share his face, because talking about him is what we want to do, but we want to make sure that people know his face. We want to know that people know who they're looking for. And we would just ask that everyone just kind of be aware of your surroundings in general. You never know. And all it takes is just one person that could make a difference. And
Exactly, Gina. After not speaking for 9
I would
months,
say, if anything,
I mean, you could have had another human being the time that you did not speak for Sebastian, in which Seth did uncountable how many interviews during those 9 months. Swims with, yes, yep, he does, Cassie. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Cassie. He swims with shoes on in the pool, even. Share his face, yet follow people who are searching and putting up flyers. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree. Absolutely.
constantly being vigilant, just looking out there, aware of what your surroundings are. Please, if you see something, call 911, call TBI.
Yeah, but don't talk about that 3 a.m. car and those people in my backyard. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about my truck.
I know there's a lot of other things out there, but
we would
we
encourage.
just need, it needs to be segregated, like just a single point of right back to law enforcement. That's where it needs to go. Anybody that sees anything, just report it, please.
Do you feel that there's someone out there right now that knows something? They're just not saying it?
It's hard to say until we can run down this video and figure out what we're seeing.
This did not age well for them. And I'm not specifically talking about Edgar and KK. I'm talking about what they're saying. They literally 3 or 4 hours after this interview came out, Sumner County jumped and said, this, what they are talking about, we've had this in the first 48 hours of Sebastian missing. It is nothing. It is nothing. Not that it could become evidence later, not that, but it's just absolutely nothing. I don't even know, and honestly, this, in my opinion, just shows you how big media works as well. They didn't even check with law enforcement about that video. They just put it out. Just put it out. They should have checked with law enforcement first. The only reason he says to reach out to law enforcement is so no one reaches out to Dogger at night, in my opinion. Probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would reach out to TBI or FBI first. That's just me. But if there's someone who doesn't want to talk and wants to, feels more comfortable with talking to dog or whoever, then I guess they could, talk to them. But we're on the broadcast if I recording before Seth got there. Justin, the missing shoes were on the broadcast if I recording before Seth got there. Send that to me, be in Florida. I'd like to hear that. I've listened to it, but they talk about shoes and foots in the pond.
I don't want to speculate. I don't want to. It's because it's an active investigation. I don't want to add any more chaos that's already out there. We
He
just
doesn't want to add any more chaos.
to the court, Sebastian.
In my last video, I pointed out something that Katie said, which I thought could potentially be leakage, or her revealing through her word choice that she knows that Sebastian is buried somewhere. And that's when she said, if he were to come in through the front door, she would bulldoze him with hugs. I pointed it out because it's such a bizarre choice of words and an expression I've never heard.
Said shoe prints, not footprints. Yeah. Now I remember that, but that doesn't. They don't say Sebastian's because it's not Sebastian's. We got to remember that.
Heard before. So as we continue listening on in this interview, we're going to listen out for words related to digging and hiding things in the earth, whether it's digging machinery or words related to the soil or anything along those lines. That was a clip from one of my earlier videos analyzing this interview, and it's why I'm pausing now, because of what Chris just said. When he thinks about finding Sebastian, he thinks about getting to the core of things, which could be leakage about him thinking about something in the earth, as in the core of the earth. Now, is this a long shot? Of course it is. And if it were the only example of leakage like this, I wouldn't even be noting it. But it's not. As I said in that clip, when Katie thought about Sebastian coming home, her brain went to bulldozers of all things. And if I were to play the rest of that clip, I was pointing out two other things that she said, that they should leave no stone unturned, and that they need to get to the bottom of things. Again, on their own, these are nothing. They're common expressions. But enough drops make a river. So we're noting it.
This to the core, Sebastian.
Keeping hope alive.
Yes.
The search goes on. We are hopeful and we are praying for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Which is to viewers.
My message would be, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for helping spread him.
Hold on.
His
Oh my God. Sound the alarms. Sound the alarms. Where's the alarms?
FBI, open up!
Okay. Deborah, to the office, please. You're being paged. Deborah, to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Deborah. She is being paged. I can't believe you're late, Deb. Lisa, I thought you'd never ask. Oh my God. The hell? Spread him. I hate how she says our son. Let's see here.
My message would be, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for helping spread him, his flyer, his story.
That's the end of the interview. So here's a quick montage of all the great.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Holly, she's just something else. She's just so cute. She's like, thank you so much. We'll get So good to see you. Okay, Sarah. Yes, 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 honey, yes. I'm going to replay. Here we go.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you.
She is a cutie. She is Lisa. It cracks me up.
Which is to viewers.
My message would be, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for helping spread his flyer, his story.
That's the end of the interview. So here's a quick montage of all the ground and burial related.
Thank you for helping spread his flyer, his story.
That's the end of the interview. So here's a quick montage.
Now, remember, they had this little excavator thing with Sebastian in it as well. Remember that? Edgar rented that for whatever. Right, Kim? Exactly.
Montage of all the ground and burial related leakage we've caught in this interview alone. As I already pointed out, Katie said,
Right. I would bulldoze him over, spread him, all of that. It's what's that, Bobby? Oh, Kiki, you love me. Thank you, babies. Thank you so much. Spread his thank you, Kiki. Appreciate the idea. Spread his story, KK. You can't say it, I guess. It's K's, not in your heart. Yeah. Yeah. Deep woods. We're not going to keep on digging. My message would be seems past tense. Yeah. Well, just like she said, Sebastian would have. And then she catches herself, which to me is worse. After you catch yourself and then you're like, would have. In my opinion, there is only one relative who would have access to that stuff, in my opinion. I would agree, Mohawk. I would agree. And that's Mommy the Trucker. Cruella. I'm just kidding. It wasn't Cruella. They already knows that. Yeah, I agree, Val. In my opinion, they have heard everyone say how cold they are to each other. So this time, they hold hands. Sick. I need to fix. I don't know. My font just got smaller. I don't know what she did, but she did something to my font. Law enforcement needs to start testing all construction done by that family, in my opinion. I don't know, but the thing is, to me, in my opinion, Edgar seems pretty confident that law enforcement is going to be studying this for many, many years. Many, many years. That's pretty weird to me, if you ask me. I got something right here that I wanted to show y'all. Maybe there's a little bit more.
I would bulldoze him with hugs. She would leave no stone unturned, and they need to get to the bottom of things.
No stone unturned. Yes. Can you please say, how you doing? How you doing, darling? Yes, no stone unturned.
In the comments, many of you pointed out that they said we are going to keep digging rather than some alternative like we're going to keep searching or we're going to keep looking. Others pointed out phrases Katie used like bottomless pit or even falling to the bottom of the social media feed. And one of my favorites, because it's such a long shot, when Chris talked about it being like Groundhog Day, which has to do with dirt and holes. This one really resonates with me as well because it contradicts what they said in another part of the interview. They said that having a missing child was like a roller coaster where every day is different. So the fact that then the next breath they said that it's like Groundhog Day, where every day is the same, is really unusual. Apparently the Proudfoots have another interview coming out soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my analysis of that. On the end card, I'll put my Sebastian Rogers playlist and my playlist of all 4 parts of this interview analysis. Until next time, stay true.
All right, let's give it up for the deception detective. Give it up for him. You are welcome. Fat little hands, in my opinion. I know, poor girl needed a pedicure like something bad, something fierce. Oh my God. Lord. Maybe I should send her maybe a gift card for a pedicure or something. She's got all the time, it's not like she's out looking or anything. Oh my God, I worked as a counselor for years. I'm just saying many people respond differently than we would think is normal. Scarlett, yes, that is true. People can act differently. You're absolutely right. However, there is an average. There is an average, and they are nothing about this case is average. Nothing. Nothing about this case is boring. Like EDGAR says, it's a rather boring case, which I never understood why a stepfather would say something like that. And furthermore, just the behavior alone, nothing matches up, in my opinion, at all. Especially the stories should not change at all. Bubba, you fall out of the bed, and then saying, no, Pearl, no. So just, we've done all of that, Scarlett. I don't know if you've looked at just about, no, don't be rude to Scarlett. I don't know who's being rude to her, but I don't know if you've looked at just about every professional that I can think of, whether that is professional statement analysis, body language experts. Every one of them that I'm aware of has said something is wrong in their professional opinion. And that's Rocco. It's you're exactly right. It's not one thing. It's not just one thing. It's the absolute totality of it. So, now I'll tell you something, like on Don and Candace Wells, I kind of took up for them on some of the things, some of the statement analysis spoke on them, because I think Appalachian people, we generally speak different than a lot of others, and we say certain things that they would be like, that seems a little weird. And I thought, no, I don't think that's weird. I think that's a normal thing to say. But again, it's not just one thing that they say it. I think it's to me, it's not even what they say, it's what they've done. You know what I mean? Or not done, really. To me, that's been the most alarming. Right. Yeah, and it's just opinions. Opinions are not facts, right? My opinion is not going to change anything on this case, and neither is any other creators, or yours or mine. Uh, it's what's missing, exactly, VA dynamics. It really is, and it's in my opinion, it's what's missing to the point of they have no interest in speaking, particularly Edgar, in my opinion, speaking to the public and making, and answering it. He, doesn't want people to have opinions on his truck, or doesn't want people to have opinions on Sunday evening, but he's also not willing to speak about and clear it up, right? Just asking for some clarity. So I wonder what Deception Detective would say about Edgar saying, we are all, hold on one second. We are all guilty. He was talking about people becoming complacent at that point. Mm. They left town less than 2 weeks after he vanished. They didn't speak for 9 months. Yeah. You know, I hope Sebastian is found, or they find something enough circumstantial that they're confident for an arrest and a conviction to whomever did this. To whomever did this, it is a criminal case, and they do have stuff. How much? I don't know. I don't know. First, police news presser, they gave police a statement to be told by them. Yes. Yes. That is true. So much of that. Yeah. Oh, Pearl. No, 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 no. No bueno. No bueno. Opinions open the minds of the ones who are looking for Sebastian No Stone Unturned. Yeah. Retha, they meet every month. I think it's the first Wednesday or Thursday of every month. About the shameful or upset is about being caught. I agree, Kayla. I agree. No sin. No, but oh my God, it's 12:50. Guys, thank you all so much. I gotta be at work in the morning. I do too, MC. I think that they have a lot more than it's all in there. Yeah. I think that they have a hell of a lot more than we could ever know, in my opinion. So I love you all. You all are amazing. I appreciate you so much. Guys, I am going to be dropping some little documentaries soon. I've been working on one today as well. They're not true crime documentaries, they're different types of documentaries. I don't know if I'm going to put them on this channel or I'm going to create another channel. I don't know yet. But if you like little documentaries, anywhere from 20 minutes to 50 minutes long, somewhere around there, check in the video section coming up. I'll keep you guys posted on that. So, really old Hollywood type of stuff, Sam. Old Hollywood mainly. So yeah, I'll be doing little documentaries and stuff, more videos and all that. So stay tuned for that. I meant plenty, if not all. Yeah. I do love your small documents. Well, these are bigger documentaries, but it's more old Hollywood and stuff like that. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you. We'll figure it out. Love you guys. Definitely have those, Rocco. Definitely. Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. Boy, a feud there. Oh, God, Pearl. Opening credits. Edgar emerges from a tar pit. VA, you're so funny. I always love your jokes. All right. Good night, everyone. God bless. Take care of yourself. Love one another. Love your family. Time is short. We only get so many trips around the sun. Justin, is it oh, thank you. Is it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? The America's Most Wanted? Okay, what time is